Hello everyone, it's Tim here. Just been totally thrown into the deep end because what I was supposed to do is schedule this to start at 4 o'clock, and to check the stream health I've gone and connected up YouTube, and it says you're totally live now, so whoops, I've learnt something for next week. So anyway, welcome to EngineBEERing. I'm Tim Freeburn, as I hopefully just said. This week I'm going to drink a amazing beer. I don't really know actually, it could be a rubbish beer, but it had a great pun, a great name on it. Piston broke. So I thought for EngineBEERing it was an apt beer. So let's open that up and see. It will probably take a couple of minutes to pour it out properly anyway. So there we go. Here we go. Probably slightly less carbonated than I would like, but nonetheless, that looks like a good beer. Nice and clear. But it doesn't seem like it's a real. That's quite a shame. So, well, it's very caramelly. To be honest, I'm rather disappointed with that. I'll put that away. But never mind, I have a backup beer. Here is my backup beer. Let's try that one. This is Foobar by Tiny Rebel. That's a good carbonation. That's definitely a real ale. There's all sorts of sediment in the bottom of that, which is a good sign, not a bad sign. So quite good clarity there. That's quite good. Oh, that smells lovely. That's. Ooh, I need Tris to tell me which yeast it is, but I think that's USO4. Oh, that's lovely. So now that I've got a good beer, let's talk some engineering. Actually, before we talk engineering, let's talk a little bit more beer, because I know Tris really wanted me to talk a bit about beer, and yeah, it'd be a lovely thing to talk about on this show. So what I was going to talk about was my last beer that I brewed, which was what I called OTP, or one-time programmable, and it was a bit of a homage to Punk IPA, the original Punk IPA, and also I liked the taste of Tiger, which is a beer that you can get in cans. I think Tris found it in his local pub, but he did a variant of it, which was very nice, and I really liked his brews. So I thought I'd sort of try and combine those two styles. We've got forklift next door, so hopefully you're not hearing too much of that. But I thought I'd combine the two styles, and what I did was I used a bit of Simcoe, Warrior, and Amarillo to give it that sort of distinct flavour. It came out fantastic, and that's probably what I'm going to do in my next beer is make exactly that again if I brew. Tris, I promise I will brew. Okay, so now we talked beer, let's talk a little bit of engineering. So the ray gun that I was working on, this is what I've done this week, is connected up the offset weight to a conrod, the conrod to a shaft in the centre, and I've just got some bearings that I turned in my lathe just out of a bit of acetal rod, and these are the conrod, and the shaft itself are just aluminium stock that was nice and convenient to use. So let's see whether it works. There we go. So what that is doing is moving a shaft back and forth, and you know, the idea is that should push my arm back and sort of give it a feel of a gun. The problem is that at the moment my shaft is very, very light. If I increase the weight or the mass on that shaft, what should happen is that should push me back further each time. And you can see at the minute it's really not offering that much resistance to my hand. I was trying to figure out how much and how far I actually wanted my arm to come back, and it sort of occurred to me that if I was to lock this up against a wall, it would push my arm back that distance that this crankshaft actually turns around, the conrod, the full stroke. So that's kind of the idea that I want. The problem is, to do that, I would have to have an infinite mass on the end of it. So the real problem with this design is that my offset shaft, or sorry, my offset crankshaft here is too small. What I really need is an approximate weight which is equivalent to the gun itself, and that mass being moved back and forward should move approximately half the distance. So what I would want is let's say we have a 5 kilogram gun, we have a 5 kilogram mass, so the whole thing is 10 kilograms. What would happen is it should get pushed back approximately half of the distance that of that. Let's just assume that that my arms are completely compliant, which they obviously aren't, but that would give us a good indication. So what I am going to do is I'm going to increase the diameter of this and go with effectively the same design, and then I'll add some mass to the end of this. I'll also try and put in next week some what do you call it, e-cigarettes to sort of generate some smoke, because what I want to do is connect a little plunger in the back of here and push smoke out the end of it on each movement. So that's where we are this week on the gun. Hopefully that was interesting. What I would like to say is somewhere down there is a button that looks like that. If you click that, that's really good for me, and more people will get to see this. So that's like, comment, please write some comments at the bottom of this. Anything, I hated it, I hate you, your beard is ridiculous, or nice things to me. Please share this with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel. And next week I'll try and actually start at 4 o'clock, the proper time that this is supposed to happen. I'll get myself all sorted with how YouTube works, or maybe I won't, but we'll see you next week at 4 o'clock. And now, because of that, I get to walk around before the camera turns off. So goodbye, everyone.